think it's possibly fair to say, and I'm sure you'll all agree, that everybody in the world never truly believed this particular instance within that now infamous engagement interview with the BBC's Michelle Hussein. You know, apparently the orchestrated reality that Harry and Meghan claimed happened, and then the BBC once again refuted it. You know, Meghan's idea of the truth never sticks fast for long, does it? Always moving forward, but always somebody else to blame. Even when Michelle Hussein threatened back and said, look, we have the tapes, you were very much agreeable. No, she stuck to the story. Must be hard actually for Harry now living in this orchestrated reality world that he's now built himself, or was he always like that? Seemingly though, it hasn't stopped, because as we saw recently, the former royals popped up at yet another paid for premiere. All thanks, of course, to their major agency. But what was fascinating about this was not only the debacle that the premiere was, but as to why they were going. Was it 43% Nigerian Meghan? Who knows? But now we found out this about, yes, Prince Archie. Let me explain. Morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company. Thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to see you today. Yes, you know, it's funny, isn't it, with Prince Archie? We don't really know that much, only apparently what Meghan wants to share. I mean, she couldn't stay here in the United Kingdom, of course, because the paparazzi would literally be chasing her and beating her door down at every single path. Remember that one? Even that's before the child had even started school. She couldn't possibly live like that. See how Meghan's stories emerge now. But as I said in the intro, it's fascinating with Meghan because apparently she'd never really heard of the British monarchy, never really knew much about Prince Harry, but asked one question: was he nice? Yes, maybe they cut out the line rich and famous. I don't know. Maybe it could just be me. But now, of course, at the premiere, they have to find ways of resonating. And as they're slowly working out and their team have pushed along a lot, is simply this: people are only interested really in the development of the children. Some might suggest no. Of course, the mystery surrounding Lilibet and, of course, Prince Archie, well, a big mystery, is it not? His children, of course, more importantly. And the bottom line is, what I find fascinating is how suddenly she's weaving them into the conversation. But even this didn't get picked up by the world's media, because according to Meghan, you see, in that very brisk and brief chat with Ziggy Marley, she pointed out that in fact Prince Archie was a huge fan of Ziggy's work. I know, amazing at such a young age. But you see, apparently he watches the cartoon Arthur. Arthur, very well put together production with a lot of good values in it. It's actually a brilliant sort of cartoon to watch for adults too. You can learn quite a bit from it. Now the theme song, you've waited, yes, from that particular kids TV show is, of course, Ziggy Marley singing Believe in Yourself. Now, what's interesting about this is it's a wonderful track, well produced, and yes, very catchy indeed. But Meghan has clearly done her homework. I'm not suggesting for one moment that Prince Archie, and as ever we have to say allegedly, has not sat down and watched Arthur at some point. It's repeated around the world. But to say you didn't do your homework and to say you didn't find some common ground connection is very strange. I'm sure you'll agree. But either way, all thanks to Meghan, we've now found out that in fact Prince Archie is something of a reggae fan. Now, who would have guessed that upon entering a premiere seemingly for free? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.